Let's see what we have here today. I am going to first use the Rider-Waite tarot cards, and then I'll move on to the Dungeons and Dragons tarot cards. You'll have to excuse the construction noises, but I want to keep the window open for air circulation and the beautiful setting sun light. Before I begin with the cards, basically, if you've been feeling like, all throughout your life or for the last decade or so, that like a sort of listlessness, that a sort of unbelonging to this, it's because this is what I got before, like about 3 or 4 hours ago, that you were put on a detour course. You were on this timeline, and then you were sent on a detour. It was definitely somebody misguiding you. They were wanting you to see something on this timeline, okay? Or there was something for you to see on this detour timeline. And I don't think you were bothered, really. Unfazed is what I'm getting, and completely uninterested in it. And I think you were just waiting for it all along. Okay, when is this going to end? When is this detour going to end? And then there was sort of some delays as well with the timings of the detour ending, because I think there are a few energies, people, connections that latched onto you and were very, very difficult to shake off, and now they've been shaken off with the entrance of something in the recent past. And when I mean recent past, it could be about 4 years, 4 years, or 2 years, 2 to 4 years. Okay, for most of us, it's less than 4 years, okay? But for many of us, it was 4 years. It began 4 years, but I think there's a connection, Two of Cups here. There's a connection that entered 2 years ago, so that's confirmation. This is a connection that entered into your life 2 years ago, okay? So that is about somewhere around 2021, the beginning of 2021, and it's stabilizing. This is definitely not the thing that you will supposed to find here. This is not the main thing. It was all it was something else that you were supposed to look and see and stuff. But this connection coming into your life is like a hint that, okay, it's done now. It's done now, and you are being rerouted. So the main point of this talk at the beginning of the reading was to inform you that you are being rerouted onto your primary timeline. So please be cautious, be aware of it, in the sense that, like, rest, stay focused, stay in a meditative state, and focus on what visions you're getting of that real timeline, because there's a lot of distraction work going on as well, okay? So let's see what we have about this final stages of this detour. Not even final, this is like literally around the next it's the next corner. It's like let's see. So just stay in a place of calm and centeredness, resting, okay? Because if you react, it's going to be a sort of giving those energies that have latched onto you more fodder, all right? So just cut out all reactions, just stay calm and centered, and just ignorance is bliss. Like that should be your mantra. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss because you're supposed to be ignoring this detour phase, this detour timeline, because this is the state, this is the place that they're trying to put you in. This is the timeline that you're being rerouted in. This is the timeline where you are the sovereign here. Confirmation. That's my Amazon delivery. I'm going to have to pause the recording. So it's whatever's happening on this timeline, whatever activity, trust me, whatever activity, and whatever the connections and people on this timeline, whatever is happening on that front, all of that is really pretty much irrelevant. That's why we had the Four of Swords before. All right. Let's see. Did I shuffle? Let me do that again. Oh, all right. That's what's missing. Lights. Let me turn on the lights. Or lantern lights. So let's see what's happening. So it's like you're waiting at the boarding gate to be taken to your flight. So the next journey is going to be there's going to be a celebration, definitely. So you're waiting at the boarding gate and you're celebrating all the endings of all the hardships, or just the chaos and confusion and the feeling of unbelongingness, if that's a word, if that's a term. It surely is a sentiment that is ringing across. You know, a lot of people are not going to like it because it's like you figured it out, right? Or at least you're figuring it out as you're listening to this. Whenever you are listening to this, it's a timeless read. Knight of Cups. Okay, there's going to definitely be a message coming in. Queen of Wands. So it's like an announcement of some sort. Look at that, it's like an announcement. Ten of Pentacles. Some sort of an announcement happening. You're going to be informed before this announcement happens. So It's like somebody comes to you and whispers, okay, we're ready to board, and then quietly takes you to the little bus that's going to carry you to your flight, or if it's directly at the boarding gate, so you get the. It's like you're getting Queen of Cups. So there are two queens here. So there will be somebody waiting for you. There's going to be assistance, and there's going to be equal assistance. Let me connect the microphone. I hope all of that was audible. Sorry, I completely forgot and got thrown off with the delivery, Amazon delivery. And just as the construction started, I looked down and the mic was not connected. But let's see. So you're waiting at the boarding gate, and like a flight attendant comes to you, and not the flight attendants, the ground crew, somebody from the ground crew comes and tells you that you'll be ready to board now, and they connect you to a in-flight assistant, and they are also your co-passenger, right? So they all the cabin crew is also, as well as the pilots, they are your co-passengers in that vehicle, okay, of transportation. So I have a very strong feeling that this is going to be like your like the co-passengers, you inevitably, all of us, strike up a friendship, okay? Everybody has a mutual understanding. It's like a home, a temporary home in the sky, right? A temporary home in the sky. You learn a lot, right? And so when it comes time to ground this into material world reality, you have a higher perspective of being out of your element and traveling this long course, a detour, whatever it was so massive that even when it is a flight, it's taking a very, very long time. So it's going to be a long journey, and you're going to learn so much from it. And the real shiz, the real stuff that you need to learn, the real personality types that you are in alignment with, okay? With slight differences, just to be able to tell the difference between two of the same sort, right? And these are going to be platonic connections during this journey, okay? But so you'll have different counterparts or romantic partners, whatever it is. You all have your own. So one set of the counterparts, romantic partners, life partners, are traveling in one flight, and the others are traveling in the other flight, okay? This was interesting. I really, really liked it. So now let's move on to the Dungeons and Dragons cards, like I said I would earlier. Look at that! I've not heard a plane for a long time. A very, very long time. And definitely no planes during my readings so far. And I've done a lot of readings on this channel. That's confirmation, guys. Yay! Cold fire. Is accurate. Okay. So I am going to refer to the guidebook because I really know very little about Dungeons and Dragons, and I've known of Dungeons and Dragons since I was a child, but I don't know why we never got around to playing this. Like I said, this detour timeline that we've been on for practically all our life, and we felt the pinch quite strongly for the past 12 years or so. That has made you play games like, board games and stuff that they could use to program you, all right? Or like, TV programming or whatever, all the material, all the things that were taught to you, the education system, whatever stage, all of it so far has been to be able to sort of keep you in the box of other people's agenda. And then when you try to break the mold, I think we can all agree that we kind of suffered a very weird, awkward, and bizarre sort of backlash. All right, let's see what we can expect on this quest. Okay, while we are at the boarding gates, there is something happening. It's a quest. This is the boarding gate quest. I love being at airports, honestly. I do. I mean, not all airports. Some airports are really, really boring and you got nothing to do there but eat really bad food. But there are some airports that are so magical and I love being there. That was me taking a deep breath through my nose. We have the 10 of charisma. I think that's the 10 of coins. Look how quickly I forget everything. So that is your... This table is not going to be enough to lay out the cards. So this is the main quest. Then we have the Ace of Intelligence. That is the unconscious. Ace of Intelligence is the Ace of Swords. And then we have 2 of Wisdom. That is the 2 of Cups. Look, 2 of Cups. Ace of Intelligence looks like this. Did I show you the 10 of Charisma? This is your main quest, okay? Look at that. You and your counterpart growing something. I told you. That's the main quest. Or you're being given some sort of knowledge about who this person is for you, or what this timeline is. So I think you're supposed to consume that knowledge and information and just process it out of your system, if you know what I mean by that. And this is the 2 of Wisdom, 2 of Cups. This is your conscious, okay? You're consciously aware of this partnership. This could also mean, like, there's this friendship that's going to show you at the boarding gate that you're going to strike up a friendship, okay? And this is going to be a very unusual sort of friendship. This is one of the co-passengers. Actually, not a crew. This is somebody who has a ticket and is a passenger, okay? This might be somebody who's on the other flight. This could be somebody who's on your counterpart or romantic partner's flight, and then you strike. So this is you connecting. This is like a cross connection, okay? You can, so at the boarding gate, I think you're consciously aware that you're connecting with people who are going to be on the other flight with your counterpart, romantic partner. So you're actually getting to know the people that are going to be accompanying them. You're making a conscious effort of doing that. All right. So I'm sorry, I'm going to continue speaking like this, okay, in code. Like this is a story. I'm telling you a story. Listen to it as a story. Don't try to make sense of it. This is a hypothetical scenario, and to help you gain insight on what has happened and what is happening and what you can look forward to in this current phase, okay? A very welcoming set of people, okay? Very welcoming and very warm and endearing as well. This is the Ten of Pentacles, which was there earlier with the Rider-Waite as well. Ace of Swords, unconscious. I want to read more from the guidebook before I say anything about this card. But as we know, Ace of Swords, that's like you're being communicated a truth, okay? You're being communicated a truth on the boarding gate, and very clearly. And I think only you will hear that truth being said in that particular way. So somebody else, other people will hear, whoever's listening to this reading, other people will hear the truth in a very I wanted to say half-assed, but then, like, you know, in a very flim-flam, like, or it just, they won't hear it clearly. It'll be mumbled to them, okay? But you hear that mumbling very, very clearly. Some truth. We have the Justice card at the bottom of the deck. So this is some sort of karmic justice. So this is that point where you, at the boarding gate, you realize that, okay, it's done. I am leaving this detour timeline. This is karmic justice. I had to do some work. I had to do some learning. I had to do some teaching. I had to do some interactions, karmic interactions, and that's over. Officially over. The official announcement. It's like everybody else kind of already knew this, but you needed to hear it very clearly because you were unconsciously aware of this. The reason why you were unconsciously aware of this is because you've been in this situation for far too long than was expected. So to stop you from getting angry, your mind kind of pushed that information deep into the unconscious. Only till the time where you could just, only till the last minute. And of course, now it's so far along, like it's pointless getting angry that, okay, so much time was wasted. But it's not, you've reached a point where you are unable to waste any more or sentiment, emotions, nothing. It's like, let bygones be bygones. You are going to be told the entire truth very, very clearly, like a story, but in like a split second. So it's like a dream, you know. You might just like have a daydream, like a. So dreams only last for, I think, I don't even think they last for a minute. I don't remember the exact time frame, but they're very short. But they feel like, you know, they went on for hours and hours and hours, and for how much ever long you were sleeping. But they're just for a few minutes. I don't even think for a few minutes, a few seconds or something of that sort. So So it's that going to be that sort of a download. But I do have a feeling that this is somebody who's going to tell you everything. Somebody who's going to tell you everything who you want to listen to. This is a person, a very mystical person, somebody who can engage you in that storytelling session. So maybe it's like some sort of performance going on, like, you know, there is, like, you know, you're waiting at the boarding gate and so that the passengers don't get bored or uncomfortable, or to keep them engaged, or, you know, so, because they can't leave the boarding gate because the flight's being announced at any moment, like, you know, there's no timing given here, right? So it's like there is this entertainment thing going on here, and during that story something's mumbled to you, and suddenly it opens up an entire pocket of information to you. So 8 of charisma is for the, what is it, Bane or Boogie. It's interesting. I was thinking about it yesterday. You know, the Bane and Boogie come together, like, you know, hopes and fears come together, because through the Bane, through your nemesis, is how you find. Sorry, Boon or Boogie. Okay, so Boon or Bane. So through your nemesis, through your fears, you find your hopes that will liberate you. So you were afraid of having to do some type of work, but you did it anyway, and that is something that got you to this place, that got you this golden ticket. That got you this golden ticket. 9 of wisdom. I knew this card was going to come up, okay? At the end of the quest, you're going to meet the... So as you're passing by the boarding gate, you're going to no, so at the boarding gate there is somebody else, okay? At the boarding gate, at the end of this mixer, like, you know, socializing session, entertainment session, there is somebody at the 9 of wisdom. That is the 9 of cups. Oh, it's not the 9 of swords. Yay. Okay, so that changes everything. So 9 of wisdom. But there are no coincidences, there are only synchronicities. So you are going to meet the person who might have stolen something from you. Stolen some sort of wisdom. A pocket of wisdom, pocket of knowledge, and they're going to return it back to you. Let's go through the guidebook. First, let's begin with the 10 of charisma. The security that comes with having a network of people who support you and your dreams, long-term success. A paladin requests aid to recover the body of his fallen companion. Okay. So amongst this group of people, you are... in the background, there's some sort of ruckus going on where this person steals something, and they have another companion who is distracting people, so they cause a sort of a scenario, okay, a ruckus to distract you. That is what I'm getting from the 10 of charisma. But you're so focused on your on the people you're connecting with right now, so you've completely ignored this. You're like, you'll get there, and you'll get there if you have to. You will notice these people, these rabble rousers, if you have to, okay? Otherwise, you are focused on the current portion where you're supposed to be focused on, okay? So then we have, let's see, then what do we have coming out after this? Was the Ace of Intelligence. Finding your inner wizard and using your genius to discover new ideas and have breakthroughs. The party meets a powerful wizard whom they may ask one question and get a truthful answer from. Okay, so there could be an actual, like, tarot reader or some sort of magic ball thingy, or like those robots that you can ask a question to. Probably a robot dressed up like a wizard, and like, or a magic 8-ball, and that's the entertainment that's going on, and you get a actual coherent answer, whereas other people just like, so you get a lot of answers from this. A party meets a powerful wizard whom they may ask one question and get a truthful answer. Finding your inner wizard and using your genius to discover new ideas and have breakthroughs. So this is going to be like groundbreaking, earth-shattering information for you. That's going to be the fuel of this realization. Is going to empower you in such a way, and you don't even know the source of it, and that makes you trust this even more, because you know that there is no vested interest here, anybody's vested interest, because the source is unknown. Okay, this thing is very good for you. This information that you're getting is so good for you, and it is completely only encapsulated within you. You are the source, and so you are being asked to keep it confidential till it is realized, till this prophecy is realized. Okay, this is some sort of prophetic answer that you are getting. Two of Wisdom. Where is the Two of Wisdom? Okay. Being able to be with someone, whether a friend or a lover, and still retain your own sense of individuality. You are approached by the captain of the city guard to see if you will track down and capture a dangerous criminal. Yeah, okay, so there is definitely so like I described that crime scene that was happening, but that's like the end of the quest. Like, you're going to discover who this criminal is. Like, the entire group of people is going to discover who this criminal is, so you don't have to really worry about it. It's not like up to you to like get the answer for this. So you all were all a part of the investigation, both the flights, and I think the investigation has come to a conclusion, and like the criminals are finally outnumbered by people who know the truth or have the ability of seeing the truth. Like, the Ace of Intelligence is also being the ability, like this uncanny, unconscious, unfathomable ability of seeing the truth, okay, very, very clearly. And then we have the Eight of Charisma. So the onus is not on you. It's like on the it's on the collective of people, and everybody's going to see it. And the criminal is just like basically going to reveal themselves. Like, it's going to be very obvious. You're going to see the culprits very, very easily, or whatever the crime was. The details are just going to show up. Like da 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 da. Like, 8 of charisma. Paying attention to doing the simple things well, slow and steady wins the race. A dwarven forge master has had her magical hammer stolen and is asking for your help in return. She'll forge you a weapon. It's like something about building something for self-defense. So if you have to react, it should be purely for protecting yourself and in self-defense. Like I said earlier, like, if you have to react, like, you should like only do it in case of like emergency, break glass. That's it. 9 of wisdom. Finding the balance between enjoying your accomplishments and not slipping into complacency. A horde of marauders is rumored to be en route to a village. The townsfolk ask the party for help. Okay. Looking at the timer, I'm going to have to split the reading into how many of the parts it's been on and the nature of the reading as well. So, anyway. Finding the balance between enjoying your accomplishments and not slipping into complacency. A horde of marauders is rumored to be en route to a village. The townsfolk ask the party for help. So, okay, so outside the boarding gates, there is a town, right? And the criminals are basically run into the airport. And you are being asked to investigate. So this is like murder on the Orient Express sort of a scenario. I think I should leave it there on that note. There's some finality about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.